The voices telling you that you're delusional, that you'll never make it, that your dreams are too big. Those voices say far more about the people speaking them than they ever will about you. Let me be clear. When someone tries to convince you that turning your passion into purpose is impossible, they're really confessing their own fears and limitations. You know these people. They're in your life right now. The ones who pick fights when you share your dreams. The ones who create roadblocks when you try to move forward. The ones who want to characterize you negatively, who hold false beliefs and judgments against you despite all evidence proving them wrong. Here's what you need to understand. Their resistance isn't about you. It's about them. Some people carry their own internal struggles, their own distorted perceptions of reality. They're so locked into their limiting beliefs that they can't see possibility anymore. And when they can't see it for themselves, they certainly can't see it for you. But here's the truth that will set you free. You don't need their permission. You don't need their approval. You don't need them to believe in you for your dreams to become reality. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah had a hobby she loved, something that lit her up inside. But every time she talked about turning it into something meaningful, the voices started. You're wasting your time. That'll never work. You're being unrealistic. And Sarah made a critical mistake. She was watching the clock instead of doing what the clock does. Think about that for a moment. A clock doesn't worry about how much time it has left. It doesn't stress about whether 2 hours is enough or panic when only 2 minutes remain. The clock simply keeps moving forward. Tick, tick, tick. Every second counts. Every moment matters. The clock doesn't watch time. It uses time. It makes progress with every single tick, regardless of circumstances, regardless of who's watching, regardless of who believes in it. Sarah was focusing on time's limitations, rather than embracing its consistency. She was letting those negative voices convince her that she didn't have enough time, enough resources, enough credibility. She was paralyzed by their judgments instead of empowered by her own vision. When Sarah finally understood this principle, everything changed. She stopped watching time and started using it. Those 2-hour windows became building blocks for her future. So how do you do this? How do you transform your interests into impact while silencing the noise around you? Let me give you a roadmap that actually works. First, recognize projection for what it is. When someone tells you that you won't make it, ask yourself what they haven't made in their own life. When someone says you're delusional, consider what dreams they've abandoned. When someone puts roadblocks in your way, understand they're really describing the obstacles they they never overcame. Their words are mirrors reflecting their reality, not windows into your future. Write this down. Other people's limitations are not your ceiling. Their failures are not your forecast. Their fears are not your fate. Second, define what impact means to you. Turning your hobby into meaningful contribution doesn't mean you need to build a billion-dollar empire or become world famous. Impact is measured in lives touched, problems solved, value created. Maybe your hobby is woodworking, and your impact is creating beautiful furniture that brings joy to families. Maybe you love writing, and your impact is helping one person feel less alone through your words. Maybe you're passionate about gardening, and your impact is teaching kids where food comes from. Stop letting others define what meaningful looks like. You decide. Third, adopt the clock mentality. The clock doesn't need perfect conditions to function. It doesn't wait for motivation or inspiration. It simply moves forward, consistently, persistently, relentlessly. You need to do the same. Take those pockets of time you have, whether it's 2 hours or 20 minutes, and use them. Build your future tick by tick. One blog post, one prototype, one conversation, one skill learned, one connection made. Progress isn't about giant leaps. It's about consistent forward motion. Fourth, document your journey. Keep evidence of your progress. Screenshot the positive feedback. Save the thank you messages. Track the metrics that matter. When those negative voices get loud, you'll have proof that contradicts their narrative. You'll have incontrovertible evidence that you are making progress, that your impact is real, that their judgments are false. This documentation becomes your armor against doubt. Fifth, curate your environment ruthlessly. You cannot soar with eagles if you're surrounded by turkeys. Some people in your life are actively toxic. They start fights. They create drama. They want to see you fail because your success highlights their stagnation. You need to create distance from these people. This isn't cruel. This is self-preservation. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, not people who challenge your right to try. Let's talk about the reality of this journey. It won't be smooth. There will be days when the negative voices, both external and internal, feel overwhelming. There will be moments when you question everything. There will be setbacks that make you wonder if the doubters were right. This is normal. This is part of growth. The difference between people who make it and people who don't isn't talent or luck. It's persistence through discomfort. Here's a powerful reframe. Every time someone tells you that you won't make it, they're actually giving you fuel. Their doubt can become your determination. Their no can become your motivation. The best revenge against people who don't believe in you isn't anger. It's success. It's impact. It's proving through your actions that their limited vision doesn't define your unlimited potential. Remember this. Hobbies become impact through consistent action over time. That thing you love doing, that thing that makes you lose track of time, that thing that lights you up, it has value. It can contribute. It can matter. But only if you refuse to let other people's mental prisons become your reality. You are not delusional for believing in yourself. You are not naive for pursuing your passion. You are not foolish for wanting to make a difference. You are brave. You are bold. You are exactly what the world needs. Someone willing to move forward despite the noise. Someone willing to be the clock, not the clock watcher. So, here's what you're going to do right now. Identify one action, just one, that moves your hobby toward impact. Maybe it's posting about your work online. Maybe it's reaching out to someone in your field. Maybe it's dedicating 30 minutes today to skill development. Take that action. Then tomorrow, take another. Then another. Build your future tick by tick, block by block, choice by choice. The people who don't believe in you will still be talking while you're doing. They'll still be watching while you're building. They'll still be doubting while you're creating impact. And one day, they'll be explaining to others how they always knew you'd make it. Let them talk. You keep moving forward. Your interests matter. Your passion has purpose. Your impact is waiting to be unleashed. Stop watching the clock. Be the clock. Tick. Tick, tick, forward. Always forward.